Yeah, we did. We was up there at Kiskenat too, the bombardment, to get the nips out.
Did he go barefoot then?
I don't remember. I doubt it. He probably had the shoes on.
Had to break down, huh?
But we stayed up there 3, 4 months. We ran out of ammunition and everything. That was something. It was roasting down here, and then we haul up there as fast as we can go. What a... I'm sure glad that was over with.
Did the Navy have time to like issue you like warm clothes?
No, just regular clothing. We had our peat coats. That was it. And every uniform, every sea bag has, we had like a sweater, a black sweater. That's part of the dress. Outside, nothing. Besides, up there, we never did crawl into the bunk because we was at condition 2. That's where you're 4 hours on and 4 hours off. And when we crawled in the bank, it was in a canvas bag and it was all rolled up inside. And just go to sleep right on the springs.
And the seas were really rough all the time?
Pardon?
The seas were really heavy all the time up there?
In Alaska, I don't ever remember seeing a flat day. You know, on the destroyers, sometimes you'd see just a tip of the mast, and the next second you could see the keel. That's the way the waters were up there, especially in the Bering Sea end of it. I don't understand these guys that fish up there. Forget it. You can't stand up.
You had no desire to move to Alaska.
You know, I would have moved to Alaska
Oh, you
when I
lived
was
in Alaska.
stationed up
That's
there.
right. You're in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
So how was that different? How was that?
Well, that was, I wasn't out at sea. I was in the air end of that time. No, I wanted to get Juno, then I wanted to get me a small Jippo outfit. It's a logging outfit. And we already, my youngest boy, and people had logging groups up there. And that had worked out good. Catherine says, Alaska, come by and visit me.
She lived in Canada with you, though.
Huh?
She lived in Canada with you, though. How could it
What?
get worse?
For about a month?
Oh, okay.
No. Catherine's a city girl. She grew up in Denver.
So what was she doing down in Long Beach if her parents were in Denver?
She was working as a telephone operator. She's a supervisor down there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, her and her girlfriend came out that particular afternoon and they went in a coffee shop. So there was a couple other guys with me and we saw these girls sitting in there on a booth all by themselves. Well, we going to talk to the girls. And she had a shirt on with her name all over it. And I sat right across from her. Yeah. That was a big mistake.
Yeah, biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah, she had to go back to L.A. on the train, the little red train they had down there like we had up here. And before she went, she gave me her phone number. And that was the first time she ever gave her home phone number out to a guy. So it was a month before I went down to see her again, though. I was scared. No.
So she didn't mind being married to a sailor?
No. Yeah. She stuck with me, so I guess I was all right. Yeah. Yeah, we had our ups and downs. I always called her a hard-headed Swede. She had her own mind. And I'm got a pretty much a mind of my own too. I get stubborn.
Thought they knocked that out of you in the logging.
Pardon?
Thought they knocked that out of you at the logging camp.
Yeah, well, I tell you, you learn you act like a man or forget it. It was no in between. It's either this way or that way. And we had this French Canadian worked up there. That guy was he was about my size, slimmer, but he was today what our martial arts guys are. He was good. He could get his feet up there and stand right next to you and bring his foot up and hit you alongside the head. He was that limber. And he tried to teach me a few odds and ends. He says, your mouth, you're going to need a lot of help. Well, he wasn't exaggerating. Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
No.
No. Oh, too long ago.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about him was by gar. That's all he would say. He'd get perturbed and he'd talk to himself in his own lingo. He only stayed with us one winter, I think, and then he left, went somewhere else. He was from the big outfits. He went out to the West Coast. He got one of the guys that work off platforms. The logging camp I was with was just, we never had anything bigger than maybe 3 feet in diameter, if that much.
What was the name of the company you worked for?
I'm trying to think of the guy's name that ran it. He was a Scotchman. It was just a small outfit. There were only 8 guys. Darn, what in the world was his name? I think he still had his first dollar anyway. Man, we'd get up early in the morning. We'd be out there. It was still dark. But he fed us good. He did the breakfast. He cooked his sourdough pancakes and meat and eggs. And then the regular meal, he had a guy cook. And if the cook didn't do it, he would cook himself. McQueen. That's the guy's last name. Yeah. He had 2 daughters. I got to tell you this. Once a week, they'd send me down to the house to get bread. The girls would cook. They're the same age as I was. And the old man said, you get the bread and you come right back up. No ifs, ands, or buts. And he'd give me the 22, and on your way back up, get a deer. And we'd have meat, because we had a lot of mules up there. So there's one time I had a chance to shoot one. It was standing with his head silhouetted against a pine tree. I could see the bark fly, and the darn deer didn't drop. I got back to the camp with the bread. He says, where's the meat? I says, I missed. Buck fever, huh? That's what he said. And that's what it must have been. I've never missed that like that. 3 shots? Unbelievable.
Okay, I'm kind of stupid. What's Buck's fever?
It's deer fever.
You can,
You know, buck is, you know,
Oh, I know Buck's a male
Yeah.
deer.
like stage fright type of thing.
Oh.
instead of saying deer fever, is buck fever. Yeah.
Grandma was gonna go to Alaska after what happened in Wyoming. I didn't think she wanted to be near no snow.
Yeah. Well, it's,
What happened in Wyoming?
Grandpa,
Hmm?
you gotta tell him what happened in Wyoming.
oh. Yeah, when we left Denver, we were driving that 34 Ford, and we stopped overnight at this one motel, and we came out the following morning, and the guy that ran the motel area, he says, looks like you're froze to the ground. Because I started the engine, and it wouldn't move. So he just got the hose out there. I don't remember exactly how he got the water around it like that. I forget now. So darn long. And then the other, But the other deal was hitting that punch board thing. That's the part that got me. I don't know how we'd ever got home. My folks had no money. They wouldn't have been able to send any.
Funny stories from the Navy.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I don't know about that horse that likes to pin you.
Pardon?
About that horse that liked to pin you in the stall.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, have you run horses much?
Not a whole lot, no.
We had this big roan. When that horse moved around, she looked straight ahead and her eyes were blinking like this. And she had hoofs on you, I swear, they're that big around. And you'd get into the feed her oats or stuff, and she'd deliberately hold you up against the stall right here like that. And you could haul off and wrap her in her stomach like that or up in the front like this. She'd just close her eyes and keep chewing. And she'd pin you there 5-10 minutes till she's chewing on the oats. Then she'd ease up a little bit and let you walk out. She's just a plain stubborn old. She's a good workhorse. You know, animals have their own personality. They're something else. We had one we called Charlie. If you even looked like you was going to come out of the house with a bucket in your hand, he'd come running to meet you. And he'd stuff his nose right in that bucket right off the. So the old man figured, I'm going to fix his wagon. He went house one day and everybody on the farm out there had a slop bucket. It was there and he normally just threw out the back door. So he came out with his slop bucket in his hand. Old Charlie come running up and stuffed his nose in that slop bucket. And he pulled him out and he backed away, his head up in the air. You know how they lift up the upper lip? Yeah.
Oh, your chewing tobacco story.
Hmm?
Your chewing tobacco
You told
story.
a little bit of that earlier. Can you tell it again? I don't know if I got the whole thing.